I'm joining with me. Ishara is here with me. At my outset, I must thank to the Federation of Information Technology Industry Sri Lanka for the opportunity to share some thoughts on how to access to the finance for digital entrepreneurs. When the request came to sponsor, that we willingly participated for the sponsorship, pattern sponsorship, because that actually we also wanted to enter into this market, your industry, to see the that financial opportunities for us also to enter in. So I think we believe that there will be a good opportunity for us also to go hand to hand with you all. So I kindly invite, right, even though this session after, you are free to call us. You can call anytime to Bank of Ceylon, that me or my team, as and when you enter financial support. Yesterday, I saw a paper article in the Daily FT with the Sri Lanka Internet Day for yesterday. They had reproduced that Daily Financial Times. They have reproduced the ideas shared by Mr. Dhammika Pereira on Sri Lanka 2030, a developed nation, and the suggestions under the chapter of Minister of Information and Communication Technology, nation-rich technology. He has his thoughts they have reproduced. So in this article, there he has mentioned that some targets for the private sector on transforming to a smart Sri Lanka in 2030. There I see first fourfold increase in ICT revenue from current USD 1.2 billion to USD 5 billion by 2025. A second fivefold increase in ICT jobs from 80,000 to 400,000 by 2025. Then third, provide 30.2 million square feet office buildings and IT parks to accommodate the additional 320,000 employees. Then fourthly, I see that target for 2020 will be the US dollar 10 billion in ICT revenue with a total 800,000 employees. When we see this ICT prospect in Sri Lanka in future, we need such targets. I think we have to realize those targets as we being bankers should ready for financing the opportunities generated in the industry. So the same time, I believe entrepreneurs too should be ready, not only for building the digital products, but also how to finance the venture, how to get the financing support from the bank side. And also we being state bank, we also that always see the opportunities to finance the private sector SME lending field, because what I see, we need to develop SME sector. When this digital entrepreneurs also, I believe they also come under this SME sector. Therefore, I take this opportunity to share some information, you to be ready from your side to easy access for financing. When you know the banking needs, what we need when you asking for facility, for us, it is easy for us to be ready. So there are a few things today I'll share with you. First of all, better you know that what legal form of business, what is the best form of the business, which means there are a few forms, sole proprietor, then partnership, then limited liability company. What I suggest you to that be the best form is limited liability company, private company, because when you asking for finance, you need to initially you need to anyhow you have to give that collateral for the financing. We ask for collateral, which means some security. If you go for sole proprietor partnership, for the small amount that you can provide personal guarantee. But in case of personal guarantee for sole proprietor partnership, you have to find third parties to get the guarantee as a guarantors. So that if you go for the limited liability company, that you being directors, you yourself can guarantee as a director's guarantee. So no need to get the third party support for your venture. So when I see this market, that I have met a lot of students and graduate from Morocco University. It's a passion for them like now. They have registered their own companies with 2-3 people. That guys, they have formed companies and they run businesses very well. So I have met some of them like, so that I can suggest best form is the limited liability company, you to run the business. Second thing is you better know in which sector you are in. Which sector you are in, which means there are 4 sectors, namely micro, then small, then what we call medium and large. Because you should know what sector you are in. There are facilities especially designed for these specialized sectors. Those facilities are these facilities carries a lot of features like that small that low interest rates like wise. So better you know that what sector you are in. That in case of micro, that these sectors we have identified by 2 factors. First is annual turnover. Second quality is number of employees. When it comes to micro, that annual turnover is below rupees 15 million and number of employees below 10. That small, the category annual turnover below 200 million and number of employees should be below 50. That medium sector annual turnover below rupees 1 billion and number of employees in case of production sector 300 and or service sector 200. If this category, if the annual turnover is over 1 billion and number of employees is more than 300, or if service sector 200, that goes to corporate sector, which means large. So, and further, I want to mention that there are some another category, which means women. That women who that women-led enterprises. That you see that there are few financial products we have designed, and also there are some pre-financial products also that you can see there are a lot of benefits in those products if the company or venture is majority shareholding or controlling power is under women, or that's women-led companies. So that also better you keep in mind when go for financing. Third one, financial reporting. This is a very, very important thing. When you go for financing, we asking for audited financial reports, even though if it is a small micro company, even without audited financial, better to have set of accounts. That's what we need. Very, very important thing is to have your financial records from the beginning of your company. Second thing, structure the project report, and operate accordingly. When you access to finance, prepare a business plan and analyze payback period and net present value, net profit to sales ratio through ratio calculation. I think if you have strong determination that then you need to have that very good structure the project. So better you structure the project and operate, as I said, according to the project plan. And also very important thing is to analyze the funding requirement. Always try to obtain credit only for the compulsory purposes and minimize drawings until the business is developed. The next point that I can share with you: prepare a financial projection at least 3 years with your development plan, and develop the business. How you have to show there how you are going to develop the business through the loan proceeds. Then make sure the repayment is based on first payout. Sometimes I have met some customers, some entrepreneurs, those who that willing to access for finance for that research and development. You know that as a bank, we do not support credit support for research and development. You need to have that first way out, which means that that business should generate some income to pay back the facilities extended by banks. And in case of that, as I said before, there will be a different kind of requirement. You may need to have some machineries, equipment. If you want to purchase machineries, equipment, we need the supplier details from whom you are going to get these machines, equipment. In case of construction, we need a BOQ and fund disbursement plan. And also that in case of working capital requirement, we need working capital computation for next few years, at least 3 years period. So these are the basic requirements which we are asking from the customers, those who willing comes to the bank to get financial support. So other than this, right, what I want to tell you, we have different products designed to the different sectors. As I said below, before that, if it is micro, small, medium, large, accordingly we have different kind of products. So I invite Ishara to give some information about these products. And Ishara, I think you can come and share your thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Bank of Ceylon has introduced so many loan schemes from time to time for different segments. Out of these schemes, MSME loan scheme is interesting loan scheme for the micro, small and medium scale enterprises. It is designed with interesting features like a long repayment period, less interest rates with a grace period. So you can go with this scheme for your needs. This scheme refers to investment purpose as well as for the working capital purpose. Investment purpose means for the purpose of construction of office buildings, to purchase equipment, to purchase machineries, and so on. For the working capital purpose, you can use these funds for the day-to-day operations, such as for the salaries, to pay utility bills, to purchase raw material, etc. So MSME loan scheme is catering for micro, small and medium scale enterprises. As our DGM explained, micro, the loan amount is depend on the turnover and the number of employees. If someone earns 15 million turnover or less than that with employees of 10 or below, it is categorized under micro and they are entitled for a loan facility of 5 million. If you are having a turnover of 15 million to 250 million, the number of employees are 10 to 50. They are categorized as small enterprises and entitled for 50 million loan scheme under this. 250 million to 1 million is categorized as medium scale. They are in that category, employees are between 50 to 200 in service sector, 50 to 300 in manufacturing sector. They are entitled for a loan of 200 million. In this, we are offering you a grace period of 6 months, and the interest rate will be up to 500,000. The interest rate will be 6.5 for 5 years. For 7 years, it is 7.5. Up to 10 million for the 7 years, it is 7.5. 10 million to 25 million for 7 years, it is 8%. And if you are applying for a loan facility more than 25 million, you can negotiate with the Bankers Loan head office. The rate can be negotiated. In addition to that, this scheme refers to the trading sector also. If you are engaged in buying and selling a product related to digital, then you can take a loan for micro enterprises. You can take 2 million loan. For small enterprises, they can take 5 million loan. For the medium sector, they can take 10 million loan. Here, the interest rate is variable. Previously, it is fixed for the tenor, but in here, for the buying and selling, the interest rate will be variable. It is 6 months AWPLR 1.5 for investment purpose, AWPLR plus 1% for working capital purpose. This scheme is funded by Bank of Ceylon and with our own funds. Other than that, we have some schemes which is funded by many organizations. One of these is ADB funded loan scheme. It is a SME lock. The purpose of this loan is to provide investment and working capital facilities for MSME category who are below 750 million turnover and employees, again 200 in service sector and 300 in manufacturing sector. Maximum loan amount under this category is 50 million. The rate is 8.3. If you are taking SME lock loan for your facilities, for your business, then you can take for under three categories. One is investment. It is if you are taking a loan for investment purpose, the tenor is 10 years and you can get 2 years grace period. If you are taking a loan for investment plus working capital purpose, the tenor is 10 years and also you are entitled for a 2 years grace period. If you are applying only for working capital, then the tenor is 2 years. There is no grace period in it. The special feature of this loan is there is a 25% of special grant is entitled for women-led enterprises. 25% of grant is categorized like this. 10% is for women-led enterprises and another 10% is for the they are offering another 10% for the people who are participating for the training programs which is conducting by ADB, Asian Development Bank. The remaining 5% is for the lagging region people who are doing business in Northern, East, Wo, Sabragamua provinces. They are entitled for another 5%. Altogether, there is 25% grant for women-led enterprises in this category.
I think that we gave that information which we can share with you. That and any one of you have any queries you can raise. We can answer that those queries from you. Can you read the question?
Is it loan to entrepreneurs?
Yes, entrepreneurs. Yes, always that we extend support, financial support for entrepreneurs. If you can more emphasize that, give some more details about this question, we can answer accordingly. That is it new entrepreneurs or that, as I said earlier, that if you are into the business or if you want to start business, that is two different categories. if you already in a business, we can support accordingly. But if you want to start a business with we can treat that as a project. That as a project, you can go with that project. The second question is
Please explain me about export of software systems.
exporting of software systems. Exporting of software systems. Yeah, that you can come up. You can come with your project proposal. That when you come, that we can finance what are the requirement. What is your requirement? Is that if you want to purchase machines, if you want to pay that your staff salaries, which means sometimes most probably in case it is working capital requirement. There are the different financial products you can access. If you export that financial digital products, it is your business. So what we can do is we can give the financial support to your premises, staff, and if you want to buy some machines, equipments, infrastructure development, we can support from that part. So it is your project plan. You please come with your project plan. We can support for that. As that Ishara explained before, if you are into an export business, export category, that small sector, that we can extend up to 100 million. If you are in a medium, you can get the facility up to 300 million rupees.
Could you please share contact details when submitting project proposals?
Contact details in the Bank of Ceylon head office. There are two departments: development banking as well as branch credit. So that we can give that one contact number, right? Either if you want to contact any department, you can go to this number 220 4545 011 220 4545. You can call this number and you can access both departments for this financial support. There's a question, bro. Entrepreneurs might not have security. What kind of facility without security for a startup? I think that's why I explained before. You better form your business under limited liability category. You can register your company, and then you can come with this your proposal, and you yourself can give that personal guarantee. As we take your guarantee as a director's guarantee. So that's why I said before, no need to find any third party people or any property mortgage. If it is a startup, we know that it is maximum 10-20 million financial requirement is there for you. I think that we can offer without any property or mortgage. So you yourself can be the guarantors for the facility. There's another question. It's actually we are getting the requirements from foreign entities. Is there any regulations governing those aspects? I don't think. It's an export. You are exporting your services. We want to encourage that business actually. Another question, may I know your evaluation criteria when offering banking facility? That's I told you there are many. First of all, that your financial accounts, business plan, and project plan. That's what we want to analyze always. You need to have proper business plan, project plan, which means, and financial forecast for at least 4 years. A few years means 3 years. So those are things we are analyzing. And also I told you before that some ratios, you yourself can analyze those things with when we finance, actually you should be able to pay back within the prescribed that agreed period. So with your what is your income is. So accordingly, you can plan your financial requirement.